Discipline is not a hard skill to acquire, but it does require you to be intentional. Here are 3 set and forget systems that you can use right now to make discipline feel easy. Now, I've used these systems to do pretty cool things like run 8 marathons in 8 months in my first year of running, spend 4 hours a day learning Spanish for over 150 days, and get in the best shape of my life. Now, there's no fancy editing in this video. There's no stimulating music. If you came here to be entertained, then waste your time elsewhere. This is for people who genuinely want to learn. Let's get into it. First of all, what is discipline? If we want to become more disciplined, it helps to know what it is. I think it's pretty simple. It's basically doing good behaviors and avoiding bad behaviors. The most disciplined person in the world does a lot of really good behaviors, basically all the time, and does 0 bad behaviors. So all we're trying to do is do more of this stuff and less of this stuff. That's all we're trying to do here. So the first system we're going to implement here is a system that makes it impossible to do bad behaviors, or at least very, very difficult. Now, this is a great one. This is set and forget. You do this once and you don't have to think about it again, and it's going to make it impossible, or at least very, very difficult to do any bad behaviors. So again, what is bad behaviors? Because if we don't know what bad behaviors is, then how do we know what we're trying to avoid? Well, think about what we're really wasting time on right now. Now, there's a bunch of bad behaviors that I'm not going to talk about in this video, but I think the ones that are impacting us the most, that are wasting the most of our time, our attention, falls into one of these 4 buckets. It's either consuming social media, binge watching, so this could be binge watching Netflix, this could be binge watching YouTube videos like you might be doing right now, scrolling, doom scrolling, this is a horrendous one. I'll make a whole video about how bad this is, or gaming. It's probably one of these 4 things. This is where you're spending a lot of your time, wasting a lot of your time, and these are probably the easiest behaviors to stop doing to help us become more disciplined. The first big one to think about here is becoming proactive and not reactive. This is really important. If we want to become a disciplined person, this is absolutely going to be the first place to start. Becoming a proactive person, making active decisions, active choices, rather than waking up and constantly reacting to your environment, reacting to what happens. When you think about the person who's sitting in the passenger seat of their life, living very passively, these are reactive people. They kind of react to what happens in their life. They get flown along with the river, with the flow of everyone else. They end up living very average lives because they're reactive to their environment, reactive to their situation. If you become a proactive person, someone who's actively thinking about their choices, actively thinking about their decisions, it allows you to be more precise. It allows you to make conscious, good decisions. And this is really important. So there's a few set and forget things that we can do here to make this a lot easier and this a lot harder. Now, because these are the things that we're generally wasting our time on, the social media, the binge watching, the scrolling, the gaming, a lot of this is happening on our phone. So the best place to be proactive and not reactive is going to be on our phone, on the way we set up our phone. So this is really, really important. Have a look at these 2 home screens. They're very, very different. Now, I got this home screen by searching on Google Images, home screen, iPhone home screen. This came up as someone saying, look how great my home screen is. I look at this and I think this is total garbage. Essentially what you have here is 20 different billboards telling you where to allocate your time and attention. Telling you to go to Netflix, telling you to go to YouTube, right? Now, there's not a lot of junk, there's not a lot of terrible apps on this home screen, but there's certainly enough billboards, enough signals telling us to react, telling us what to do with our time. Look at this home screen right here. This is my home screen. What is this home screen telling me to do? Nothing. This home screen isn't telling me anything, which means that I have to actively search, I have to actively go about trying to find what I need to do, trying to be more proactive, right? This is very, very different because think about the amount of times that we go onto our phone. We open up our phone and we instantly have all of these apps, all of these billboards and notifications telling us where to go. Now, you might have gone on your phone to go to Google Maps and figure out how to get to a park nearby. You open up your phone and it looks like this. You're ending up on YouTube. You're probably scrolling some YouTube shorts, or you end up on Netflix. You end up doing something that you're not supposed to be doing because you go for a specific thing, you go to be proactive, but instantly you're reactive because of the environment you're creating. So very simple one here. Why don't we just get rid of all the apps on our home screen? Why don't we just remove any possibility for us to be reactive as soon as we open our phone? This is literally just getting onto your phone. You open your phone and this is what's available. This is an incredibly reactive environment, whereas this, you have to be proactive. You can't just click a button and you're instantly doing something you don't want to do. I would have to go and search it up, go and type it in and open it up, right? It's a little bit more friction. This is such an easy one to do. I don't know why we feel the need to have apps in our home screen, but this is just a very easy set and forget. Think about our interfaces. Think about things like Instagram. If you're someone who decides, okay, I need to have Instagram in my life, think about how your Instagram looks right now. If you open up Instagram and you instantly have a bunch of different Instagram stories, you have some random post from a friend, you can just click right here and you have the brain rot instantly available. This is an incredibly reactive environment. You're just clicking and reacting to what's in front of you. Look at this. This is what my Instagram looks like. As you can see, I load up Instagram. There is absolutely, I'll change color here so you can see, there's absolutely nothing here on my home screen. There's no stupid dog on my home screen. There's no stories, right? There is absolutely nothing. I have to proactively search for an account. Okay, I can check my messages. Sure, I can do that. But I have to be proactive. What does this mean? This means that when I open Instagram, I don't instantly start scrolling. How many of us open Instagram for a specific purpose and end up scrolling? It's such an easy thing to do because it's there. You're instantly in scroll mode. But if you have a more proactive interface, it's so much easier. Well, how do I do this? Well, first of all, I don't have Instagram on my phone. Why would I want Instagram on my phone? If I'm using Instagram, there has to be a specific purpose. I'm trying to be proactive here. I'm not trying to be reactive. So first of all, Instagram is on my desktop, on my computer, because I know if I'm on my computer, I'm probably doing something that's work related. It's something that's more productive. So as you can see here, this is my Instagram. It looks super ugly. There's nothing on it. Now I have a Chrome extension here, which is called Undistracted. Very easy thing that you can download. Now, if I go to Instagram here, I can customize the interface. I can customize the environment so it's very easy. So I can hide the feed. I can hide likes and comments if I want to. I can hide stories. I can block reels. I can customize the interface. And when I customize the interface, you end up with something like this. There is nothing here. This is super ugly. I have my home feed. I have some messages. I can post. I have to be proactive. I'm not opening up Instagram and I'm not instantly seeing all of this garbage. I'm not reacting to what's in my environment. So very easy set and forget here. Next one we have is YouTube. How many of us go onto YouTube and we might have a specific problem that we're trying to figure out. We might be trying to figure out how to be disciplined. But what happens? We go onto YouTube and there's a bunch of catchy thumbnails. There's a bunch of catchy titles and we go, ooh, that's interesting. Let me watch that. What happens? Your attention has been pulled because you're reacting to your current environment. And you go on that, you watch that video, it's probably really interesting, and you're probably scrolling through the comments, you might be doing that right now, and then you see another recommended video and you go, oh, maybe I'll watch that next. And before you know it, you're down a YouTube rabbit hole, you've wasted hours, and you're like, why did I even come here in the first place? Oh, I was trying to be more disciplined. I'm not really being disciplined right now. So not great. More proactive. Again, changing the interface. I'm not using YouTube on my phone, I'm using it on my laptop. When I go into YouTube, it looks something like this. Again, it's ugly. There's nothing here. I don't have anything I can react to right now. I have to be extremely proactive. I have to search things up. I'm more proactive. And if I'm more proactive, I'm going to be far more efficient with my time. I'm far less likely to do bad behaviors and I'm far more likely to do good behaviors simply because I'm not reacting to my environment, which is telling me to do bad behaviors. Next one, big one, notifications. Why do we have notifications on our phone? Notifications is essentially just your phone telling you, this is what you should spend your time and attention on. This is how you should allocate your most valuable resources. On video games, on group chats, on social media, all of these things that your phone is telling you, you have to allocate time and attention to. Imagine you're sitting down to do a deep work block, right? You're working, you're doing well, and then your phone dings at you. It says, hey, pay attention to this. And it is a stupid notification. Oh, someone has posted a story on Instagram. Or even just getting a message in a group chat. Do we really need notifications for this? Because all it's happening is it's pulling you out of what you're currently doing, taking away your time and attention and making you react to this notification. And this is very likely to lead you to doing a bad behavior. Again, this is what my home screen looks like. Nothing on here. Absolutely zero notifications, because I know that my time and attention is my most valuable resource, and my phone does not dictate what I do with those two resources. I am proactive rather than reactive. This is a big change. So instantly right now, you have some very, very simple, quick wins, very actionable items. First of all, removing everything from your home screen. As soon as you open your phone, being proactive rather than reactive. Secondly, changing your interfaces. Start using things on your laptop and start adjusting the interface so you have to be more proactive rather than reactive. Very easy. Notifications. You basically need notifications for nothing. When have you thought, thank God I had a notification for that? If someone really needs to get to you, they will call you. And even then, most of the time when you get calls, it is not that important. So absolutely getting rid of notifications is a huge one. Next big set and forget here is preventing access. We want to make it as difficult as possible to access these things, these behaviors, whether it's social media, whether it's binge watching, whether it is scrolling, or whether it is gaming. We want to make it hard to access. So there's a reason that I have this, the Instagram, on my computer, not my phone. There's a reason I have YouTube on my computer and not my phone. It is because I have less access. I've restricted access, and when I do have access, I have to be proactive. Why do you need Instagram on your phone? Why can't I just delete this off my phone completely? Well, you can. You absolutely can. Why do I have to have Netflix, or why do I have to have YouTube or any streaming service on my phone? I don't. TikTok, any sort of scrolling, absolutely do not need to have this on my phone. And in fact, how many of you have really scrolled anywhere other than your phone? Probably none of you. Video games, my God, we don't need these on our phone. First of all, just delete them. If they're not on your phone, obviously it's hard to access. If it's hard to access, you're probably not going to do it. Next thing, if you decide to re-download it, if you have a moment of weakness, then you still can't access it. I really like this app called Opal, because what it essentially means is, okay, I've deleted Instagram, but if I decide to re-download Instagram and I have Opal set up, then what's going to happen? Well, it's going to be blocked. So it's going to show this message. Sorry, Instagram has been blocked today. Then you're going to have to go into the Opal app. You're going to have to wait like 60 seconds. Then you're going to have to put a 10-minute break on and get into Instagram. This is a lot of friction. This is enough friction for you to go, should I really be doing this? There's a reason it's not on my phone. There's a reason I deleted it. It's because I shouldn't have it. A lot of friction, making it really, really hard for you to do bad behaviors. And if it's really hard to do bad behaviors, gonna make you a little bit more disciplined. Now, all of these things, setting up the blocks, deleting the apps, removing the notifications, making your interfaces better, removing apps from your home screen. All of these are set and forget. You can do this right now. You can pause this video and do this right now, and you're instantly going to be more productive. Very easy first system to create. Now, before I continue, why exactly are we doing this? Well, I created this system called the Fortress system, and it basically means that if you have a trigger, right? If you have a desire, a craving to do a certain behavior, for example, scrolling or binge watching, then for that trigger to become the action of you scrolling or binge watching, it has to go through each layer of your fortress. Now, if any one of these layers is insanely strong, incredibly strong, then it is impossible for you to do a certain action. Now, right now we're focusing on the access layer. This is the highest leverage thing that you can do because a lot of these actions are set and forget. If I have a trigger to scroll, but it is literally impossible for me to scroll, then I cannot scroll. Very, very simple. This is what's allowed me to live without online entertainment by myself since 2024. It is exactly how you can remove almost any bad habit without relying on this last layer of willpower whatsoever. So if you guys want me to run through every single layer of this Fortress system, then you can check that out for free at school.com/modernmonk, and we'll show you how to do all of this for free. Right, second system to make discipline really easy is creating repeatable routines. Creating routines that you can repeat consistently that are very, very easy to do. What is this doing? This is making it easy to do good things. We just made it really hard to do bad things. Now we're going to make it really easy to do good things. Really important concept to understand here is decision fatigue. Now, most of you guys know this guy. This is Steve Jobs. I'm currently recording this on an iPhone. I'm looking at an Apple laptop. This guy has changed the world in a big way. He is the founder of Apple. He died around 2010, I think. This guy understands decision fatigue. This is a guy who is far more productive than any of us will ever be, probably. This guy created Apple. He created a multi-billion dollar company. He's an absolute genius, and he understood this principle really well. Now, in 1999, this guy was wearing a black turtleneck. He was wearing jeans. He was wearing New Balance shoes, right? He was doing the same thing in 2004. He was doing the same thing in 2007. He was doing the same thing in 2010. He just wore the same thing every day. Now, why is he doing this? Is he doing this because he's really weird and autistic? Probably. But he's also doing this because it's one less thing he has to think about. Steve Jobs doesn't wake up and go, what am I going to wear today? He just walks into his wardrobe, grabs his turtleneck, his jeans, and his New Balance shoes and puts it on, and he's ready to go. It's one less thing for him to think about. Very, very smart thing to do. Think about Alex Hormozi. Now, if you guys don't know him, he's probably one of, if not the biggest guy in the business space right now. He ate Chipotle over 500 times in a year. Why did he do that? Did he do that because he absolutely loves Chipotle? Probably. He probably really liked Chipotle. He probably didn't like it enough to want to eat it 500 plus times a year. The reason he did this is because he knew, if I just order this exact same thing, if I just eat this burrito bowl with double protein every single day, that's one less thing I have to think about. I know exactly what I'm eating. I can now reallocate this attention, reallocate these resources to better and more productive things. These two guys will probably make more money than every single person watching this video combined. These guys know, these guys get it. These guys understand decision fatigue, and we need to understand this if we want to create these routines and systems that makes discipline really easy. A lot of us right now, when we wake up, first of all, we don't even know when we're going to wake up. We have no idea when we're going to wake up. We're not sure what we're going to do there. Then we wake up and we go, okay, what am I going to eat for breakfast? I'm actually not sure. Then after we eat breakfast, we go, okay, well, what am I going to wear today? I don't know that either. Then we think, okay, what am I going to work on today? What am I going to do? What are my tasks? Not even sure about that. What am I going to eat for lunch? When am I going to exercise and what am I going to do? What am I going to eat for dinner? When am I going to go to bed? You don't know any of these things. You don't understand any of them. You don't have them pre-made. So these are all decisions that you have to make every single day. Now, the big problem with this is that the more decisions that you make in the moment, the worse decisions that you will make. Think about when you're going to bed and your mind is racing. You have all of these great ideas of all of these things that you're going to do. You're like, okay, amazing. I'm going to do all of these things. And you wake up the next day and you go, I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to do these things. It's because we don't make as good decisions in the moment. Now, we might have periods of motivation where we feel really good, but we might also have periods where we're not feeling so good. So what are we going to do when we don't feel so good? Well, we're probably going to make worse decisions. We're going to make bad decisions. However, if you ate Chipotle every day, you're not even making that decision. That's already made for you. If you're wearing the same clothes every day, then that decision's already made for you. If you already know what you're going to work on, that decision's already made for you. If you know when you're going to work out and what you're going to do, that decision is made for you, which means that you don't need to consciously make these decisions, which allows you to make better decisions. It is incredibly important thing to understand. So big takeaway here, action step here. Here are 5 decisions that you should make right now that you should know before the day begins. You should already know the answer to all 5 of these questions. So when you go to bed tonight, you should be able to answer every single one of these 5 questions. First of all, what am I going to work on and when? This is a really important one. If you don't know what you're going to work on and when you're going to work on it, first of all, you might not do any work. And secondly, if you do work, you do garbage tasks. You waste your time doing things that don't really move the needle. You're not doing the big 80-20 activities, the things that are going to make the big differences, because those are hard. Those are difficult and challenging things to do. And when you have to make the decision in the moment, you're going to make a worse decision, right? Next one. When am I going to wake up and when am I going to go to bed? There's lots of great reasons why you should be able to answer this question. Having really good quality sleep is going to be one of the biggest upgrades on how much you focus, how productive you feel, how motivated you feel. Going to be huge. And having consistent sleep and wake times is very, very important. Very, very big for improving the quality of your sleep, but also it determines the available hours in the day, the hours that you have to actually do certain tasks. If you don't know when you're going to wake up, then when are you going to work? When are you going to get your work done? Oh, probably around like 9 a.m. But what if you wake up at 10? You have no idea. When are you going to go to bed? These should be answered for you. What am I going to eat? Now, much like Mr. Alex Hormozy here, I basically eat the same thing every single day. I know, okay, if I eat these few things, I'm going to get all my micronutrients in. I'm a bit autistic about it, but fundamentally, I know what I'm going to eat and when, which just means I don't have to make this decision now. If you're someone who's trying to get in good shape, how many decisions are you making about your food? Because if every single meal you have to make a good decision, that's going to be very hard for you to eat well all the time because you're not always going to make these great decisions. So knowing these things ahead of time, super important, super valuable. When am I going to exercise and what am I going to do? Another really important one. We want to exercise even if you're someone who doesn't really care about, oh, I want to look super jacked or I want to be super fit for this purpose or that purpose. Daily exercise is really important because it's going to give you energy back. You spend energy, right? You get more fit, you do all these things, but you get this energy back. And the more energy you have, the more productive you can be, the more disciplined you can be. Fantastic. But also, most of us do want to get in better shape. We do want to get fitter. So we want to know these things because if you wake up and you go, I'm going to work out today. It's like, okay, when? Or in the afternoon sometime. Okay, what are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. I might go to the gym or I might go for a run or something. No. You work out at 4 p.m. every day and you do this exact thing on Monday, this exact thing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know this, right? There hasn't been a week that's gone by in the past 2 years where I haven't known exactly what I'm going to do for my workouts and when I'm going to do it. Makes it really easy to make good decisions. Finally, what will I not do? This is fundamentally about having standards. What do I refuse to have in my life? For example, if you're someone who goes, okay, I really am someone who does not do any of these things. This is not something I do. I do not consume social media. I don't watch Netflix. I don't doom scroll. I don't game. I do not do those things. A lot easier than someone who goes, oh, I probably shouldn't do those things. It's not like a hard and fast rule, but yeah, I probably shouldn't. They're probably naughty, bad things to do. These are things that we should know ahead of time. Final system here, which is incredibly important, is creating the perfect environment. This is probably the most important system. The reason for that is that not only does it make it easy to do good things, but it makes it pretty hard to do bad things. And if you can make this equation as good as possible, then you become super disciplined. Now, to create the perfect environment, we have to understand and master friction, because friction is going to allow us to make it easy to do good things and hard to do bad things. Friction is what creates the perfect environment. So think about the environments that we have right now. If we have an environment that makes it really, really easy to do things we want to do, it makes it incredibly easy to be disciplined. So these are two photos of two different situations that I have. This is what my freezer looked like when I was living in Melbourne. Now, this freezer has 2 months worth of micronutrient rice. This is the thing I eat every single day. Going back to decision fatigue, I don't have to make this decision because it's made for me, but it's incredibly easy. I know that if I want to eat healthy, I walk outside, I open my freezer, I instantly have an incredibly healthy meal, put it in the microwave, boom, perfect, done, ready to go. This environment, this situation is what I'm currently in right now. Now, I'm currently living back at home with my family, and I open the fridge, and sure, there's some great things in the fridge. We got some berries here, we got some watermelon, right? Some good things, some lean beef mince, great. But I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this cream egg chocolate. I can also see another dirty little piece of chocolate down there. It's very easy for me to eat chocolate right now. When I open the fridge, it's very clear, it's very obvious that there's chocolate right now, and I have to consciously make the decision to not eat chocolate. It's very easy for me to do a bad behavior right now. This is a terrible environment because No matter how disciplined I am, eventually, if I stare at chocolate every single day for long enough, I'm gonna eat the chocolate. In my environment in Melbourne, I essentially had nothing in the fridge that was junk. I just had very easily accessible, high quality, healthy meals. Right now, I've only been back for a few days, but I don't have meal prep right now. I'm staring at chocolate every day, and it's not good because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. I've had a crack at this. I've had a few cracks at this chocolate because it's there. It's right there. It's so easy to grab. It's very easy for me to do bad things. But fundamentally, creating the right environment here, one of the first steps is making it very easy to do the right things. Very easy to eat the healthy food. Very easy to do your work. Making it as simple as possible. Next thing is enjoyable. We want to make it as enjoyable as possible to do the good things. So look at this first situation. This might be, well, this could be your office, right? This disgusts me to look at. This looks absolutely terrible. It's messy, it's gross. I don't want to be anywhere near that. I'd probably have to wear a hazmat suit to want to go near that. It's not enjoyable for me to do work. And if it's not enjoyable for me to do work, I'm not going to do work. And if I'm not doing work, then I'm not doing the good things, right? It's very hard for me to do the good things right now because I don't enjoy it. It's gross, it's disgusting. So I'm not going to do it. If your office looks like this, I mean, I wish my office looks like this. This looks beautiful. This looks amazing. This looks enjoyable. This looks like a fun thing to do, right? If your office, if your work area is enjoyable, if it's fun, then you're more likely to do it, okay? Same thing if you really like your gym. If your gym is amazing, you're more likely to go to the gym. If you create an environment that makes it enjoyable to do the things that you want to do, you're more likely to do it. So if you have an office right now that you don't enjoy spending time in, you need to make it enjoyable, because if it's not enjoyable, you're less likely to do it. Another set and forget. You do this once. I literally did this yesterday. I'm not kidding. I set up this space yesterday so that I have an enjoyable place to work, so that I can sit down, I can instantly do work. I like the space around me. If I want to do work, boom, it's right there and I enjoy it. Creating this, you do it once, it's done. All of this has been set and forget so far, right? Next one is invisible. Now I go back to the example of changing your interface. We want to make it as invisible as possible to do behaviors that we don't want to do. If we have all of these apps, all of these billboards on our home screen, then what we're saying is you can do this. There is a chance you can do this, and in fact, it only takes one click of a button. It's right there. I'm staring at Netflix in the face right now. There's a good chance I'm gonna do it. If I'm on my phone and it looks like this, I can't see the garbage. I can't see the bad behaviors. Makes it a lot easier for me to do the things I wanna do. Imagine if this chocolate didn't exist. Imagine if this chocolate was invisible. I probably wouldn't eat it, but the fact that I have to stare it in the face means I'm gonna eat it. Making it invisible, making it very hard to have that trigger, have that urge to do a behavior that you don't want to do is very, very, very important. So creating the environments like this, making it invisible to do bad behaviors, making it really enjoyable to do good behaviors, and making it very easy to do these good behaviors, this is fundamentally how we play with friction to create the perfect environment to make it easy to do good things and hard to do bad things, which is fundamentally the equation of becoming a more disciplined person. Now, every single thing in this video was a set and forget. You could stop this video right now and actually take action. If the definition of learning is same condition, different behavior, and you don't change your behaviors, you don't change your actions after watching this video, you essentially have just been entertaining yourself. This is just purely mental masturbation. All of the things in this video were set and forget. You do these once, you never have to do them again. At the end of this day, you could probably be twice as disciplined, and you've only had to do it once. You don't have to do it again, and you're just disciplined on autopilot. And this is why it is so, so important to strengthen this access layer of the fortress, to make it difficult, basically impossible to do things that we don't want to do. So that is how you can build systems to make discipline really damn easy, all set and forget stuff. If you found this video valuable and interesting, there's probably a video right here that you also find valuable and interesting, so I will see you in one of those.